My name is Parker. I have a junk removal business. It's Bronson's Junk Removal. I've been doing it for over 2 years now, and personally love the way I've done it. I love the way I approach it. I've learned so much off of YouTube, so I figured why not contribute back. I'm going to tell you how you can start a service-based business and make six figures. Now, this may be a little more catered to junk removal because that's what my niche is, but you can do it with a lot of service-based businesses. Now, it's out of my realm to speak on online businesses and the other brick and mortar. I'm solely going to talk about service-based businesses. So if you're looking for something like that, you're going to have to look elsewhere. But if you're interested in junk removal or another service-based business and making money being self-employed, doing it yourself, you're in the right spot. First of all, it is definitely possible. Open up your mind to the opportunities of being able to do this because you definitely can. It is not as hard as people make it seem. It's actually pretty easy in comparison to what some people do every day for a 9 to 5. I promise. But it will take a lot of work in the beginning. Now, another thing, this is catered more towards being an independent worker. And you can scale this to employees, crews, subcontracting. It really depends on your business. But you can definitely do that if that's what you want to do. That's almost a different type of business. And both of them are okay. It depends on your goal. So first of all, you have to determine your short-term goal at this moment. For me, it was me being on the truck, and I was okay with that. So if you're capable of doing that, if you're capable of mowing the grass, picking up the junk, pressure washing, cleaning windows, whatever it is, then that's great. And I think you should start off like that because your margins are way higher. Your quality of work is guaranteed because you're there to guarantee it. So you should be doing good work. And it's a different type of business in the sense you are the business. You make up the business. So there's different pros and cons to that. But first of all, I will tell you, it is easily possible to make six figures by yourself, just hiring friends, family, whatever as needed. The keys to doing this with any business, if you're starting one, this is for people starting one, do not go into debt. Don't buy a super nice trailer, a super nice truck. You got to earn those rights to have those nice things. You got to start generating your own income first. All right. So don't go into debt. That's like the number one mistake most people do. Okay. Avoid that. Number two, don't do analysis paralysis. Give yourself a timeline. If you stretch it out over and over, if you say, oh, at the end of the year, well, it's going to take at least to the end of the year, maybe more. Set like a timeline that puts a little bit of pressure on you and do your analysis. Obviously, do your research, watch YouTube videos because I did a ton of that. I did so much, and that's why I'm here. But I was catching myself, almost stalling on things like the name or business cards. Where do I get my business cards? So just do it. Like, don't waste a lot of time. Give it like a day, ask some friends and family, and just send it. All right. At the end of the day, some things are pretty important. Dedicate your time, but most things that you're going to overanalyze about probably aren't that big of a deal. The brand of your shovel ain't going to matter that much. The brand of your cards, not going to matter that much. Your name, you can figure out something pretty quick. Don't waste a lot of time on the overanalysis paralysis. Third thing, try to keep your reoccurring expenses, and this almost ties into debt, but keep your reoccurring expenses as low as you possibly can, super low. So, and keep your expenses period low. Do all your research on what your expenses are going to be. Tires, miles per gallon with your truck and trailer or your truck, tools, should just be a one-time upfront cost, but how much you're going to have to spend in tools, where are you going to dump your material? How much is it going to cost to haul and dump that material? Any software? Do you need any software? And is it necessary? Do you really need that software? Because me, I don't think I use any software. I use Square, but that's not a recurring expense. They just take from my profit, whatever amount. Marketing is a big one for a lot of businesses where they go ham. They start spending tons of money right off the bat. And I think for starting a business as well as having a pretty built up business, you can get by with super cheap marketing. Like, you put your boots on the ground and do some hard work, you can save literal thousands of dollars if you put your money and effort in the right places. So keep your recurring expenses as low as you can. Because then you're taking home as much of the profit as you can. That's the main singular benefit of being an independent service-based business. Having a small crew, few employees, whatever it is, and doing the work yourself, or at least you still being on the truck. You save so much money. And if you enjoy what you do, it's great. People will give you crap saying, why did you hire it out? Why did you have someone else do it? You could, and eventually you can build up to that point whenever you're ready. But in the meantime, enjoy the work you do. You can work part-time. I never work full-time, and I make great money and I enjoy it. So keep your expenses low. Fourth thing. So I think that's three things. I don't know what this fourth thing is going to be, but I'm just going to tell you kind of what I did. So, and not saying you need to do this or do exactly how I did it, but I did my research, figured out all my expenses, all my upfront costs, started off with no debt. Okay. Bought a truck, cash, beater truck, through $3,000. It was a V8. I was pulling a trailer that weighed about 17, maybe 2,000 pounds, bought the trailer cash for 3,000. I was all in this business, 10,000 or less. And I did my research. I figured out all the tools I needed. Okay. I figured out how to do the job. I went and did jobs for friends first. So let's say it's pressure washing, window cleaning, junk removal, any service based. Do it for your friends for free or dirt cheap. And I remember I was charging my buddy, and this was about a 25-mile drive one way at least, for a full 16-foot trailer of wood, $350. Which I don't know. That might sound like a lot to some people. That's not a lot. My dump fee on that was like $140, gas time. I was doing jobs super cheap to get experience first. After I did all my research with expenses, tools, what I needed, the name, your business card. And then preferably, you don't have to get an LLC, but it's usually pretty cheap. Go ahead, register, get the LLC, lock in your name. All right. Now, for marketing, how I got my name out there is friends and family first, talk to them. Okay. The second thing, and this is super smart for service-based business, you could build your business solely off of this. These three things, I'm going to tell you right now. This is some sauce. Google SEO. I paid someone $200 on Fiverr to make a website, and then I learned how to jack with it and make it a little bit more SEO optimized, and that generates me business, and that always has. And in the beginning, it doesn't generate you much because your domain's really fresh. You don't have reviews. So get reviews, get a website, get on Google My Business ASAP. ASAP. Don't stall that. That's number one. Number two, Facebook. Facebook, if you're grinding, it's not the best because sometimes there's a post and they'll say, "Hey, looking for a guy doing this." You'll have like 30 people. It's like now, if I'm in one of those posts, I'm like, I don't even want the job because you're gonna be price warring with 30 people. But in the beginning, you could Facebook group post and make a nice post and don't spam it. Do it like once every week maybe to all these groups, or once every 2 weeks, so twice a month. And change it up, personalize it, do Facebook groups, do Facebook ads. Well, not even ads, the marketplace stuff for free. You can do Facebook completely free and generate quite a bit of business. Number three, this one is super slept on. This is all I do now is number three and number one, which is SEO. And then I have repeat clients and I have some commercial contracts now. Number one, Craigslist. Freaking Craigslist, dude. I spent hours making a giant, super nice, well thought out keyword, really great before and after photos that I made and put together in a montage. Photos of me and clients and reviews, before and afters. I spent a lot of work on this one post way long ago, like 2-3 years ago. I use that same post now. I repost it once a week, $5. The amount of 2,000 and up dollar jobs I've got from that. Multiple times. There's been jobs where one job has covered Craigslist ad spend for the entire career that I've used it. It is very slept on. It's not very used. All you got to do, make a very well thought out Craigslist post with before and afters that's the other thing. Take pictures of everything. So you have before and afters for your friends and family. Make them nice. Do the best work you can. Get reviews. Get a photo with you and your dad or your mom and say it's a happy customer. Something. Post that. Do it once a week. I think my first job came from Craigslist, and they ended up being a client for a really long time. They used me until they moved. Okay. Also number 4, bonus. This one's super essential. This will guarantee you business. They're a little expensive, but it's not a reoccurring expense. I consider this a one-time upfront expense until you run out. I don't order them very often. Yard signs. Yard signs is what basically got my business off the ground. And it's crazy. Simple stuff, man. Those are the basics. That is like everything you need right there. Do your research, get your tools, get your equipment. Don't go into debt. Keep your expenses as low as you possibly can. Do good work. Be reputable. Get a brand. You do need to show up branded. That's another thing. And it will be kind of expensive in the beginning, but it's not like extreme. Get literally one shirt. Pay someone one shirt. Wear that shirt freaking everywhere. Wash it, hopefully at least like every other day, maybe. Wear that shirt all the time. And then once you generate some money, Then start buying your nicer brands. Then, maybe buy yourself a dump trailer or a nice truck, but keep your debt as low as you can. Be branded, keep your expenses low, do good work, and keep your marketing low and simple. Like that's the sauce right there. We can talk more about how to scale from there, how to make more money, commercial contracts, but that right there will set you up pretty good. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, junk removal questions, landscaping, anything, let me know. I know a lot of people that do other businesses, so I can always inquire from them and help you guys out. If you have junk removal questions, please hit me up. I love talking about junk removal. The junk removal YouTube community is one of the best ones, in my opinion. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, and until next time.